percentage in that game. You look at the box score, it's just off the charts. Mostly because their offensive execution was flawless.
Yeah, they did such a really nice job of moving the ball side to side, opened up the court for him. It makes it tough for the defense when you spread out.
The Suns have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Len sets a screen for Bledsoe. Knight in the corner. Feeds it to Warren. Dishes it to Knight. Just 5 to shoot. Ball stolen. Chandler outside. It's good. This game is all even.
Well, he knew that with his height advantage over his man, it was really a good decision just to rise up and take the jump shot.
Bledsoe kicks to Knight. Puts it up from 12. Buries the jump shot. Knight's got his second bucket of the game to go.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
Gave some of the height disadvantage, too. Brandon Knight primarily was effective as a spot-up three-point shooter in his first couple of seasons in the league. He's getting better at attacking the rim and drawing fouls. He's steadily increasing his attempts at the line.
And Steve, Brandon Knight working on change of speed going into last season. That helped him get inside and draw those fouls.
And you can see he spent time in the weight room, Kevin. He has that frame to carry extra muscle. And it's enabling him now to power through contact and get to the rim. He's getting a lot better.
Here's Warren. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Denver in the lead. The pass to Nurkic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's the great one. And he drops in the layup off the glass. The great one's got 5 now.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Bledsoe outside. Bledsoe left side. Len sets a screen for Bledsoe. 5 on the clock. Down low. That's tipped. Chandler with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Lawson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Denver.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive. Putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers, turning them over.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
A different look for Denver. J.J. Hickson. In for Ty Lawson. And for the Suns, Morris is checked in for Wright. P.J. Tucker comes in for Warren. And it's Green in for Eric Bledsoe. Here's the great one. He picked up 33 points in their last win against Brooklyn. And that one's good. The great one's got 7 points in the game. For the Phoenix Suns, they come into this one following a loss to the Boston Celtics.
And Kevin, they were able to keep that game relatively close, but you could tell things were not clicking for them.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, it could have been worse, though. I mean, they didn't look fresh at any point in the game. Just seemed to be listless.
Dixon a screen on Knight. Here's the great one. And again, it's Denver.
He has not missed yet. 4 for 4 in this first quarter.
Setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Knight kicks to Morris. Back to Knight. Pass to Morris. Shot clock at 6. A nice shot by Knight. Knight's got 6 points.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
Here's the great one. He's guarded by Knight. Barton passes to the great one. Cans it from short range. He's got 11. And so the first quarter is in the books. Nuggets lead by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Friday, February 27th. Derek.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what we've been watching
early on to see their depth. They got a nice effort from their bench players early in this game.
Yeah, Steve, I tell you what, their subs have really packed the punch for them so far.
on Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. We've got Marcus Morris. Thornton out there with Green. Then there's Danny Granger. And it's Tucker in at the small forward.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
There's a screen. Back to Green. Front past the arc. A.J. Hickson pulls it in. The Nuggets leading by 7.
Boy, J.J. Hickson was drafted into the NBA after just one season at NC State, and he's rounded into a quality player. A strong rebounder, he's got great activity at both ends, has a decent mid-range touch as well, and when he finishes, he does so with power.
Right side, Green. Thornton dishes to Granger. And the three ball is good. Granger's got his first 3 points of the game.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Pass to Barton. Here's the great one. Releases. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. The great one's got 7 points for the quarter.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, Gerald Green was the 18th pick. Back in 2005, but remember, he fell out of the league for a while, saying, quote, "I took things for granted."
Nice shooting.
I understand now this is...
And the first half is now in the books. Denver on top. They lead by 6. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke.
Yes, guys, I've got Jameer Nelson and...
All right, guys. I want to go over some things before we get back out there. Such a big part of the first half was the scoring punch we got off the bench. That gave us a whole other element that they just didn't have the ability to deal with. Something I have liked is our movement off the ball and all the good looks it's created for us. Keep finding those open shots on the floor. What we need to do is...
Welcome back, everyone. The second half. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Chandler and Fareed are at the forward spots. Foyle is out there with Lawson, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Comes up empty down low.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed really.
And now the 2K leaderboard. If you want to talk defense and talk block shots, just have a look at these teams, what they've done the last month. Fourth, the Suns.
You know, shot blocking can sometimes be like a spark plug or an energy injection for the defense. Their home crowd really gets into it when they throw those shots out of there.
6 to shoot. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. And so here's Denver. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
Well, it wasn't too long ago that the Suns were selling first-round picks. Now the complete opposite. This team stacking up draft picks as they look to go young and rebuild this club.
Height with it. He's got 9. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Len. Pass to Knight to the right side. Here's Warren. They get it back. And Bledsoe, here we go. And another shot. Len, good. Len's got his second bucket tonight.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Now, here is 4. He's guarded by Knight. Here's the great one. Good, he hits the jump shot. The great one's got 20 points. And the push for new talent in Phoenix really seen from top to bottom. New GM, first-time head coach, and Jeff Hornacek.
Yeah, and they did an outstanding job. They're pushing to create a very positive culture. They're really giving everybody an opportunity to show what they can do. Thus far, the result is very impressive.
Kicks to Warren. There's the feed to Bledsoe. Now, here's Warren. There's the pick. Here's Knight. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Brandon Knight spent 1 season in Kentucky, now in his 4th season in the NBA. Still young and a hard worker. Fearless on the court. I think a lot of upside still there for him.
You talk about Brandon Knight's scrappiness. He ended up on some posters trying to make the right defensive play.
I think you and everybody else remembers that DeAndre Jordan dunk. But you got to give him credit. He was trying to make a defensive play and ended up getting posterized. But I like his effort at that end of the floor.
Green kicks to Len. Back to Green. To the inside. Cuts off the pass. The great one passes to Fareed. Good. And the Nuggets lead by 9. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break. And now look at Brandon Knight here. Some quality basketball from him this year. He's averaging 16 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. And those are tremendous assist totals. You don't even need the numbers, really, to see just how confident he is with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, that's really accurate, Steve. I mean, he is loving playing the quarterback for them.
He dishes it to Len. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. 6 points for Alex Len.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous off.
Here's the great one. He's guarded by Knight. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Puts up a 3 and count it. 3-pointer good on the shot from the great one. The great one's got 23 points. Suns trail by 11. Green kicks to Knight. Makes it off the glass.
Boy, they are having their way in the paint right now. So many looks right at the rim.
Defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's helped them get the ball in close time after time, Steve.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Gallinari passes to the great one. Again, the Nuggets score.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Now Knight. He's got 12. There's a good screen. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Knight's got 14 points.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy do. Very, very well done.
Here's the great one. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Nuggets for the Nuggets. Norkic checked in for Hickson. And for Reeds, subbed in for Wilson Chandler. Lenz checked in for Phoenix. Knight comes in for Green. On the court for the Suns, Warren is out there with Brandon Wright. Then there's Bledsoe. Then it's Alex Len. And it's Knight in at the shooting guard position. Now, here is 4. Defense right on him. 3 on the clock. Goes up on the wing. A nice shot by Gallinari. And the Nuggets lead by 16.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open. He knocked it down.
The great one's checked in for Denver. Phoenix has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bledsoe, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Here's the great one. Now Gallinari. He feeds it to Ford. Here's the great one. Traps in the tray. The great one's got 10 points in just the second half.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Bledsoe kicks tonight for the 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Nurkic has got 7 rebounds in the game. The pass to the great one. It's hauled in by Warren.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
And the wide open shot from Bledsoe drills the three-pointer. Bledsoe's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
And the shot is good.
Well, tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance an impressive win for the Nuggets.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Well, the ball movement was good. The player movement was excellent, and you only get assists when guys make shots.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
Well, at least they spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this game.
And that's huge. There's a big difference between dropping 2 out of 3 as opposed to getting swept.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for the great one. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket just seems to be incredibly wide.
Bledsoe kicks tonight. And the wide open shot from Warren. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time.
It's interesting. They're like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got energy.
You know, it's not going to change anything, though, other than to make their losing margin a little more respectable.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
Well, it looks like their comeback hopes are out the window. I think this lead is safe now.
Yep, this one's a done deal.
Over to the wing. And the wide open shot from Warren. His three-pointers off the mark. Denver's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. To the left wing. Here's the great one. He kicks it to Fareed. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time.
The nobody from nowhere.
If it ain't the one-man hype machine from down under, what's up?
The question isn't what's up. And the answer is you and all your boys tonight.
Yeah, right, man. Me and my boys stay ready. We about to get at y'all tonight. Show the whole league who the best rookie is. That's what I'm talking about. You ain't ready.
Whatever, man. It's showtime. May the best man win.
It's time for some hoops at Pepsi Center, home of the Nuggets, and we're going to bring it to you live on 2K Sports. The Utah Jazz coming to this one following a loss to the Lakers. And they were still in that one right up to the end, guys, but lost by a couple of buckets.
And the result of that game seemed inevitable because they struggled most of the night. What was a surprise was how close the game actually was.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it looked like...
Here's Burke. 9 points last game out. Favors with a screen on Lawson. Burke kicks to Favors. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Favors has got 9.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
The great ones checked in for Denver. And let's take a second to recognize the rookies who have been doing a terrific job distributing the basketball this past month. Dante Exum, 4th.
Well, guys, if the last month is any indication, it looks to me a passer in this league for a long time.
Well, hold on here. Let's put the parking brakes on this. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I mean, it's been a great month for him, but I want to see him continue to put up those kind of assist numbers.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, well, Steve, Kenneth Faried really raised in the game. There's so many great stories when he was young. He was challenged by his family in so many ways on the basketball.
Yeah, the story goes that his father once dunked on him and said, never let anybody do that on you again. And apparently his mother told him they'd never pass him the ball unless he was tough enough to go get the rebound. So tough love, but apparently it worked.
So it's the Jazz now. 1:53 left in the first quarter. Favors passes to Exum. Out to Hayward. Booker dishes to Hayward. 4 on the clock. Steps back and drains the jump shot.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Shot on the wing, and there's the basket. Good from the Great One. The Great One's got 5.
So rare to see rookies get into it, but he and Dante Exum were heard exchanging. Well, I wouldn't call, definitely looking to prove something in this one.
And you know, the Dante being overlooked. Definitely two ends of the spectrum, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's about production, no matter where you were drafted.
Well, Derek Favors still developing offensively. I think he's trying to refine his post game and his shooting touch, but the potential is still there.
And for Favors, most of his shots, Clark, coming around the rim.
Yeah, a strong offensive rebounder. He can use his imposing physique to overpower a lot of defenders.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Gallinari, he's checked in for Chandler. And Barton subbed in for Randy Foy. Exum kicks to Booker. Passes it to Hood. Shot clock at 6. Exum with a wide open look. No good on the triple. The Nuggets trail by 3. Here's the Great One. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. The Great One's got 7.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Exum kicks to Favors. There's the pass to Hood. From deep three-point range, the Jazz with another miss. Here's the Great One. Got it off in time. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. It's the Jazz. They're up by... Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
Solid first quarter for this club. They came out strong, and they put together some nice momentum here.
Steve, I like the looks they've gotten on offense. A lot of good ones.
Gallo and Fareed at the forwards. Great one out there with Will Barton. And it's Nurkic in at the center filling out the middle. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. So it's Denver now. They trail by 1. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
Here's Hood. His last outing, he had 8 points. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Hood's got his second bucket of the night.
That's just a case of two teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, Quinn Snyder this season taking over as head coach of the Utah Jazz. Snyder said the fit is terrific. He loves player development. Certainly a nice compliment to this young roster. Snyder's road in the coaching ranks has been a winding one, but he said the adversity he's faced has made him a better coach and a better person. Gentlemen?
His time has come, Doris. All the makings of a great coach. Thank you. Pass to the great one. Tries a rebound, Utah. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Yeah, there's no question for Milwaukee. I mean, that's a game they would really like to have.
Great pass to set up the lay-in. The great one's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nuggets.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
The dish to Gobert. Pass to Hood. And here's Burks. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
Yeah, guys, it seemed like he spent about half the game shooting free throws. Credit him for his aggressive play.
Ill-advised dunk attempt there. He aimed for the highlight reel and ended up on the blooper reel.
And now Utah, fast break. Burks leading the charge. Here's Gobert, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Gobert's got it all tied up now for Utah. A different look for Denver. Wilson. And the first half ends in a close one. Nuggets lead by 4. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, guys, I'm here with Derek Favors. And Derek, a big effort for you in that first half. Did Coach...
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get... The Nuggets leading by 4, so on the floor for Utah. Pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. Hayward 3 and Favors the 4, and it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. Lawson outside. 5 to shoot. For the 3, Chandler. That one falls. Coming off Lawson's feet. And it's 8 points for Wilson Chandler. The great ones checked in for timeout.
The Jazz with the timeout. Make some noise, Denver.
Jazz trail by 7. Wilson Chandler, a versatile forward, Steve, in his 7th season out of DePaul.
I like him, Kevin. I mean, he's strong enough to play inside, quick enough to guard on the perimeter, and then he's got that three-point range on his shot. So, very versatile player.
And Wilson Chandler, 2 seasons now removed from hip surgery, showing.
J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Nurkic. Alinari comes in for Wilson Chandler. And Barton subbed in for Randy Ford. Utah also making some changes. Hood's checked in for Hayward. And it's Exum in for Burke. Kicks to Lawson. Clock at 6. Here's Gallinari. Crashes in for a double-digit lead. Gallinari's got 9.
What you like about Chandler? Explosive finisher around the rim, too, with shooting range that stretches out beyond the arc.
The great ones checked in for the Nuggets. And Utah with a change here, too. Booker's checked in. They set the pick. Feeds it to Gobert. He dishes it to Exum. 11 feet away. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Exum's got his 3rd bucket of the night. The Nuggets leading by 9. Here's the great one. Off target from 3-point range. The Jazz have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Exum with it. He's got 7. Here's Burks. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal.
Well, Trey Burke and Alec Burks, the Burks. And coach, try saying that fast 5 times.
I will not. That is indeed a bit of a tongue twister. But you know, Kevin, these two have a chance to make a pretty special backcourt tandem. Both are really exceptional ball handlers, and I like Alec Burks' ability to attack the rim and finish creatively. And you know, Trey Burke showed in his rookie year that he can shoot it from deep and knows how to run a team of.
Watch out! Wow, that was unbelievable.
Look at that.
How about that?
Look at that. Nelson, the pass to Hickson. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. Hickson. He's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
And he gets it to go.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
Well, that's been the focus, Clark, as we've watched. I mean, they've created one chance after another inside.
Nelson dishes to Gallinari. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's the great one. They get the rebound.
Really high-quality shot there, just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
That free throw good from Hood. The Jazz making a switch here.
Taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Hood. Denver with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home.
That's his first personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line for your Nuggets, Jameer Nelson. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Nelson. And Utah making a change here. Good on both. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? The Nuggets on top, up 6. Coyle is out there with Nelson. Then it's Wilson Chandler. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And Foy kicks to Nelson. Now the feed to Chandler. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The great one shot. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He doesn't think they've been giving it their all, saying they've been quicker to rebounds, to every loose ball. We gotta wake up. The game's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We have got to take control of this thing. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Fires from the wing, and that one comes up a bit short.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Burke, the pass to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Utah. Hayward from outside. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. The shot's good from the great one. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Burke dishes to Booker. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. The Nuggets leading by 8. Here's the great one. Rebounded by the Jazz. Hayward's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Floats one. Rebound by the Nuggets. Chandler's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's the great one. Burke covering. No good from the great one.
And he continues to search for his rhythm. It's eluded him to this point.
Here's the great one. Breaks a big high one. Dishes it to Booker. Gallinari against Hayward. Burke kicks to Booker. Kenneth Fareed, he's checked in for Denver. Lawson comes in for the great one.
Him being in the hole, been on the money with his game.
Chandler kicks to Foy. Back to Chandler. Lawson outside. 6 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. That's good from Scott. Rebound number 8 now on the night. Randy Foy is on the way. Here's the great one. And it's Denver scoring again.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Burke kicks to Burks. He feeds it to Favors. The rebound by Foy.
Such a solid performance for them inside. The rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
He kicks to Fareed. The turnaround Jay, and again it's Denver.
And clearly no question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Nuggets.
And Clark, they really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Most definitely. They shot the ball extremely well. It's a game to be proud of.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And after losing the first of this 4-game season series, they've gotten their revenge tonight, evening things up 1-1 with 2 games left to play against the Jazz.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for the great one. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket just seems to be incredibly wide.
Over to the left wing. And not sure what he was thinking there. Utah's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's Burke. His 3-pointers off the mark.
He has just disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all offensively.
And I'm sure he's ready to put this quarter behind him and quickly.
That drops.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
A very solid performance in a lot of areas for them.
To the left side wing. Favors dishes to Hayward. Gets it to fall.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. And
Ty, congratulations on the win here tonight. This building was alive throughout the exciting moments you provided in this game. What is it about the team that enables you guys to have such success here at home?
I think it's the crowd, the altitude. I think everybody has a lot more confidence when we're here. Everybody shoots the ball well. I mean, we just play well on the home court.
Well done, Ty. Thanks for the memories. Guys, back to you.
all right.
Man, we were firing on all cylinders tonight.
Yeah,
baby.
man, nothing like getting mine when a team gets theirs.
Food tastes a little bit better.
Hey, them checks gonna look a little bigger.
Now we celebrating or what?
If you don't mind chilling with a young fella like me.
Let's do it.
Yeah, another one of them flip mode joints. Bust around, y'all. Word mother, y'all. Check it out, y'all. Just sing to the left, sing to the right. Make it feel good, make it feel alright. One time, feel good, yeah, y'all. Bust the rounds in the place, y'all. Nigga, you feel real good, y'all. Flip mode, the squad in the place, y'all.
Buck wild to all of my who don't care. Floss like a bunch of young black millionaires. Making you run, me and my stacking my ones. Floss a little, invest up in the mutual fund. Blowing the horn, a sense of every day I was born. Never dream I see it landscaping my lawn. Dangerous. accurate. Have to get the flow be so immaculate. Hey yo, watching my.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
It's game time in Denver as the crowd is filing in the Pepsi Center, looking to cheer on the Nuggets. First game of this trip here for the Pelicans. They're hoping to start it off with a W. They're one of the most dangerous teams.
You're up. Let's go.
Time to do my
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in.
It took some time, and fans might have been unsure for a while, but clearly the Pelicans have a direction for this team now, and I think they're a franchise.